said you'd be there for me in times of trouble when I need you when I'm down. And likewise, you need friendship. It's from my side pillow, but isolated things have been changing.
Next thing we're going to be replacing is the breather hose system. It's pretty common for this one to break. So what you want to do is you want to grab some needle pliers and just pull. If that doesn't work, grab a flathead and a little crack that's right here and pry right into it. There you go. Pull that all the way out. Pull the breather hose straight up. And there's a gasket in there. So take the gasket out. And then clean that off. Clean off the gasket because they didn't give us a new one. Here's a new replacement. Bam. Ordered this from Euro Tuning. Ran us about 40 bucks. It's cheaper than the silicone one. Won't last as long, but it'll get us going. So put the gasket on the actual end here. Insert girder. Push down nice and tight. It's not all the way down. Get that bad boy in there. And then reverse the process and removing the installing the clip. You're good. There you go. And you installed your breather hose. Next, we're going to be installing the intake manifold gasket and the intake manifold itself.
No silicone?
No silicone. The intake manifold gasket is very, very easy. It goes in only one way. Lay the gasket, make sure it's centered on all sides. Go straight down. Make sure it lays flat. And now you put the intake manifold on. Same way. Remember, both bolts have to go in at the same time, evenly. You can't bend the metal, so there you go. Manifold's on. So the next thing is we're going to use a couple tools to do this job. You'll need an extension with a number 5mm Allen. There you go. A 10mm deep socket with an extension as well. And I like to use a little gripping tool right here. This one works really well to put it in, start the thread, and then use your tools. No Loctite. So what you're going to do is put one of the bolts on the end. Hold it in like that. Insert to one of the holes. And just start the thread. And just keep going all around. Once you have them all, we'll show you how to torque them down. The next thing we're going to do is torque down the intake manifold. 10 pounds is just about right. You don't need to put them on really tight. So grab your torque wrench, set it to 10 pounds, and start from the middle. Nope. See, you over torqued it. You gotta go slow on the torque wrench, it's only 10 pounds. So go to the next one. Right there. Take your time on your torquing. So you feel a little click. You gotta go slow, because on this torque wrench, this one doesn't click really loud. So once you feel it click, just go there. And then the pattern is, watch out. The way you torque them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. And then just reverse it to torque them down, just to make sure all of it's properly torqued down. Installing the exhaust manifold gasket now. This one's a little bit trickier. Same process as the intake manifold. Just make sure you just line it up safely. Once it's on, get the manifold now, install on top of it. Yep. Line that bad boy up. And now put all the bolts, the washers and nuts on here by hand. Not one has to be done by wrench. Everything first by hand. Don't ever want to over torque or cross thread anything. So get that first all by hand, and we'll show you how to torque them. Okay, so we ran into one small issue. The third exhaust bolt on the top row, you have to have this one to go on first out of any other bolt. Make sure that all the other ones are about 3 threads off the manifold. Pull the manifold away from the engine and start tightening that one. You have a very, very tight fit for that, but you got to get that one first. If you don't, you're never going to get this manifold on, because the way that it actually hits the manifold, it sits on it. So that's why we got to loosen it, pull it away from the engine, and then tighten it down. Okay guys, that's the first bump we just came across right now doing this turbo kit. This is actually the full install now. We're actually going to make this a permanent fit, because the dry fit went beautifully on it, so it's ready to go on. Like on the manifold. So now we got them all hand tightened. Now we're going to torque them down to 17 foot-pounds. Same process like the intake manifold. Once you hear it click, go to the next one. So when we hand tighten these, we did a pretty good job and not over tightening them, just getting them on there. You click.
I'll go in and go. Visuals right.
Once you get them all torqued down, just double check them one more time, and then you're done with the intake, with the exhaust manifold.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is something they call a groundbreaker. So let me first apologize to the